Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new lesson from our textbook, that is Unit 6 Honeycomb Expert Detectives, written by Sharda Divedi. Now, look at her, children. She is Sharda Divedi. She was born in the year 1942. Sharda Divedi was a Mumbai-based author, historian and researcher. She wrote several books on the history and culture of both Indian and Mumbai and children's novels too. Among her most famous work was Bombay, the Cities Within, which was published in the year 1995. Now let us see some more books. Lives of the Indian Princess, which was published in the year 1984. The Broken Flute, published in the year 1994. Bombay, the Cities Within, published in the year 1995. The Maharaja and the Princely States of India, published in the year 1999. Almond Eyes Lotus Sweet, that is published in the year 2005. Now see here, children, this book, The Broken Flute. This Broken Flute, from this particular novel, our lesson, that is Expert Detectives, is taken. A part of it is taken from this particular novel. And this novel is it is a very touching story. It is about human relationships. And this is a story which is rich in human experience, in which pain and loss and happiness and the complications of human relations are dealt. Now let us move on to the lesson. Nishad, a boy of 7, also called 7 because his name means the 7th note on the musical scale. So here we have a character, that is Nishad. So his age is 7 years and he is also called as 7 because his name, the meaning of his name is the 7th note on the musical scale. And his 10-year-old sister Maya are very curious about one Mr. Nath. So he is having a sister and her age is 10 years and both of them are very curious about one person, that is, he is Mr. Nath. Then one day the children's marble rolls into Mr. Nath's room and Nishad gets a chance to see him. So one day when they were playing marbles, one of his marble, it rolls into Mr. Nath's room and Nishad gets a chance to see the man. Is he a crook on the run? Why is his face badly scarred? Why has he no friends? So here crook refers to criminal. Scarred refers to with marks of injury. And so he has all these questions which we will come to know in the later part of the story. Nishad's mother, a doctor, knows Mr. Nath as a patient who is very polite. So Nishad's mother, she is a doctor and she knows about Mr. Nath only as a patient and he is very polite also. Let us move on to the lesson Expert Detectives Part 1. This lesson is about two children, Maya and Nishad, who thought of a man in a different way. They wanted to investigate about him and his name is Mr. Nath. As we walked back towards the clinic, 7 said, "He doesn't look anything like a monster, Maya. But did you see how thin he is? Maybe he's very poor and can't afford to eat." So here as we walk back towards the clinic, so we refers to Maya and Nishad. As both of them walk back towards the clinic, 7 said. So 7 or Nishad is the same children. So he says that he doesn't look anything like a monster. So he here refers to Mr. Nath. So Nishad expresses his opinion saying that Mr. Nath doesn't look like a monster or a devil. And he also says that Mr. Nath is very thin and probably he is very poor and cannot afford to eat. He can't be poor if he is a crook on the run. I told him he's probably got millions of rupees stashed away somewhere in that room. So here I here refers to Maya. So Maya expresses her views. She says that if he can't be poor. So here he refers to Mr. Nath. Mr. Nath can't be poor if he is a crook. Crook means criminal. On the run refers to running away from the law. And she also says that Mr. Nath has got probably millions of rupees. Stashed away means they are hidden. So he got millions of rupees and they are hidden in that room. Do you really think he's a criminal, Maya? He doesn't look like one. Nishad looked doubtful. So doubtfully, Nishad says to Maya that, do you think that he's a criminal? And he expresses saying that he doesn't look like a criminal. Who doesn't look like a criminal? Mr. Nath. So let us move on to the next. Of course, he's 1-7, I said, and he certainly isn't starving. Mr. Mehta told us that Ramesh brings his meals up from the restaurant downstairs. So here, Maya says to 7 that Mr. Nath isn't starving. And how she comes to know that Mr. Mehta told them that Ramesh brings meals for Mr. Nath up from the restaurant which is downstairs. But Maya, Mr. Mehta told us he doesn't work anywhere. So how can he possibly have money to pay for food? Nishad said. So Nishad says to Maya that Mr. Mehta told them that Mr. Nath doesn't work anywhere. So when he doesn't work anywhere, how come he has money to pay for food? Exactly, I exclaimed. He must have lots of money hidden somewhere, maybe in that trunk in his room. It's probably full of silver and gold and jewels. And so Maya says that exactly you are right, Nishad. Probably he must have lots of money which are hidden in his room. So maybe in that trunk the money is there. So probably what is there? Silver, gold, jewels, all that are hidden, are kept in that trunk. What rubbish, Nishad interrupted. I know, I am right, stupid. I told him, by the way, 7, did you see his scars? I couldn't. It was too dark. But I bet he got them during a shootout with the police or something. So what rubbish? Nishad interrupted. Nishad interrupted saying rubbish, and Maya says that she is right. She knows that she is right, and she asks 7 that whether he has seen the scar marks on Mr. Nath. And she also says that she couldn't see them because it was too dark. And she also, she's very much sure. She says that I bet he got them during a shootout with the police or something. So she's very much sure about the scar marks, how he got, probably he got on a shootout. Mummy told us quite clearly, they were burn scars, Nishad said firmly. So in a very firm voice, Nishad says that their mother told that those scars were of burns, not of shootout. Perhaps the police had to set his house on fire to force him out, I suggested. 7 looked unsure. So Maya says that probably or perhaps police had to force him out of the house. So for that sake they have put the house on fire. I suggested. 7 looked unsure. So 7 was not at all sure about it. On the Monday following Mama's birthday, 7 went alone with her to the clinic at Girgaon as I was spending the evening with a school friend. So following refers to coming after. So on the Monday, what happened? 7 went along with his mother to a clinic. Where is the clinic? It is in Girgaon. And I was spending. So Maya was spending the evening with a school friend. When they returned, Nishad told me he had been to see Mr. Nath, and I felt most annoyed that I hadn't been there. So here, when they returned, so when mother and Nishad, both of them returned, so Nishad says that to Maya that he had seen Mr. Nath, and I felt most annoyed. I here refers to Maya. Maya, she felt very angry that she was not there. She couldn't see Mr. Nath, whereas Nishad was able to see Mr. Nath. 7 had been quite upset about Mr. Nath's gaunt appearance and was sure that he was starving. So gaunt refers to sickly or very thin. So 7 was very sure that Mr. Nath was very thin and also he was starving. He told me that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nath's door that evening and said, "Open the door quickly, Mr. Nath." So what Nishad had done, what 7 had done, he had knocked Mr. Nath's door that particular evening and he told him to open the door quickly. The man had opened it and asked him, "Lost another marble?" So the man had opened. So who is the man? Mr. Nath. He opened the door and he said to Nishad, "Lost another marble." So he had obviously recognized my brother. So Maya says that, so he had recognized his brother Nishad. No, said Nishad. He had taken the man's hand in his own and thrust a bar of chocolate into it. So, Nishad, what he had done when Mr. Nath has opened the door, he had kept a bar of chocolate into his hand. So, why do you think he had kept? Probably he felt very pity on that man as he was starving. So, he had given a bar of chocolate to Mr. Nath. We'll move on to the next slide. Did you get a chance to peek into the trunk, Seven? I asked. Nishad looked disappointed. He did not even ask me in, he said. Then he smiled. But I did not find out something, Maya. But I did find out something, Maya. I went down this restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him. So here, Maya wants to know from Nishad whether did you peek? Peek means look quickly and secretively into the room. Maya wants to know from Seven. So Nishad says that he was very much disappointed. He says to Maya that he did not even ask me in. So he here refers to Mr. Nath. He did not even ask me to come inside. And he smiles. Nishad smiles and says to Maya that, but I did find out something, Maya. So he says that he had found out something. I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him. So he says that I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and who brings food for Mr. Nath. I spoke to Ramesh. Good for you, Mr. Detective. I said, patting him on the back. I hope you questioned him properly. So here Maya feels very happy that Nishad spoke to Ramesh, and she says, good for you, and she pats him saying that Mr. Detective, and she says that hope you have questioned him properly, means you have questioned well and have some information about Mr. Nath. Seven looked pleased. Pleased means very happy. Ramesh told me that he takes 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning and evening, and 2 cups of tea, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So now here Seven, he feels very happy when he has been patted by Maya, and he says that Ramesh told him what he said, the 2 meals he takes to Mr. Nath. So one in the morning and the other one in the evening, and also 2 cups of tea, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And Ramesh says he is not very particular about what he eats. It's always the same food, 2 chapatis, some dal and a vegetable. Mr. Nath pays cash and tips well. So tips well means gives a generous tip, money in thanks for service. So here Ramesh says to Nishad that Mr. Nath is not at all particular about what he eats. So it is the same food which he eats, that is 2 chapatis, some dal, vegetable. Okay, and but one thing which he says is that Mr. Nath pays cash and also he tips well. So he gives money generously. He's very generous person. Ramesh told me something's very strange, Maya. Seven added. So apart from all this, Seven added something else. So what is that? Let us see. Almost every Sunday, he carries 2 lunches to Mr. Nath's room, and the same man is with him each time. So every Sunday, what does Ramesh do? What he carries? 2 lunches he carries. So in the same room, Mr. Nath's room, and the same man is with him each time. So who comes? One person comes. So every Sunday that same person comes. So 2 lunches Ramesh carries to Mr. Nath's room. He is tall, fair, stout and wears spectacles. So who is that particular person? So whoever comes to Mr. Nath's room on Sunday, that particular person is tall, fair, stout. Stout means strongly built, and he puts on spectacles also. Ramesh says his visitor talks a lot, unlike Mr. Nath who hardly speaks. So now Ramesh says that his visitor, whose visitor? Mr. Nath's visitor. He talks a lot compared to Mr. Nath. So Mr. Nath hardly he speaks. Well done, Nishad, I told him. Now that we have made some progress with our inquiries, we will have to sort out all the facts like expert detectives so that we can trap the crook. So sort out refers to arrange systematically. So what they have to arrange systematically, whatever the information which they have collected, all that they have to sort it out well in a systematic manner, like how the expert detectives do, so that they can trap the crook. So here, who is the crook according to Maya? That is Mr. Nath. How do you go on, Maya? Seven sighed. how can you possibly imagine he's a crook? He looks so ordinary. So Cyrus took a deep breath or a long breath. So Nishad says that how do you go on? Maya, 7 side, how can you possibly imagine he's a crook? So 7 says that how can you imagine that he is a criminal? So, but he looks very ordinary. So Nishad says that his point of view is that he is not a criminal. He says that he looks very ordinary. Criminals can look quite ordinary, Smarty, I retorted. Did you see the picture of the Hyderabadis housebreaker in the papers yesterday? He looked like any man on the street. Nishad looked doubtful. So now here Maya says that criminals, they look ordinary. They look like ordinary people only. But did you see the picture of the Hyderabadi housebreaker? So in that picture, that particular fellow, he was looking ordinary only, like any person who is on the street. So Nishad looked doubtful. So he has a doubt whether he's a criminal or not. The monsoon broke the next day. Dark clouds accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning and roaring rolls of thunder burst with all their fury, flooding the street with a heavy downpour. So here blinding refers to very bright. Rolls of thunder refers to a series of noises. Fury means angry. So next day what happened? There was a heavy rain and there were dark clouds and there were flashes, lightning in the sky, and rolls of thunder was also bursting in the sky. So it was very noisy and floodings the street. So there were floods on the street and there was a heavy downpour. School was to have reopened after the summer holidays, but no traffic could move through the flooded roads and there was an unexpected holiday. So as there was a heavy downpour, heavy rain, so as the school was have to be reopened the next day after the summer holidays, due to as there was no traffic could move on through the flooded roads as there was a traffic jam. So there was an unexpected holiday given to Nishad and Maya. I thought I would spend the time usefully. I sat at my desk in our bedroom with a sheet of paper before me. So I refers to Maya. Maya thought that as she has got an unexpected holiday, she thought that I will spend that particular time very usefully. So what she wanted to do she wanted to sort out all the information. She wanted to find out what Mr. Nath is. So I sat at my desk in our bedroom with a sheet of paper before me, sorting out all the information. Now, what did we learn from this part of the story, children? Yes, we learned that nowadays children are very creative and very imaginative also. Being a student, you should have a sense of curiosity, which is nature's original school of education. Is this clear, children? Thank you.